today I'm here to film a Q&A because I always get requests for Q&As and I never do them because I don't know, I just always put them off for some reason. But here I am today to do the Q&A, and I asked you guys on my Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram, then follow me at Maryjane Byarm to do a Q&A. So I got over 200 questions, so I'm going to be answering the majority of what I think people want to know. And I know I've been gaining a ton of subscribers lately, and I know you guys probably don't know that much about me. No, I think you do, but maybe some people don't, so I guess this video will just be clearing all that stuff up. So if you want to watch the Q&A and hear me answer some popular questions, then keep on watching. Okay. So I'm gonna preface this little video. I'm gonna preface this video with just about some like entry level information about me, because I know some people might not know. I am Maryjane Byarm. My first name is Maryjane. Yes, that is my real name. I'm 22. My birthday's on Christmas. My birthday's on Christmas of December 25th of 1995. So I'm 22, I'll turn 23 this year. I am a music major, and I took a break from school to travel. I want to be a film composer when I grow up, which is somebody who writes soundtracks for movies. Hans Zimmer, James Newton Howard, John Williams, just like these people. I am from America, born and raised in New Jersey. I have 3 brothers and 1 sister. What else? I lived in China for 2 years. I speak Chinese. I don't know why I said it like that. I am on a mission to visit 100 countries this year, you guys. I wasn't gonna plan on telling you that yet, but I am. And I'm on country 19 or 20. Tomorrow I'll be in country 20 of 100. What else? What are your plans after traveling to these 30 countries? Are you going to take a break and outline another map of adventure? So right now I'm in Croatia, which is country number 19. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. And so if you do the math, I'm gonna do way more than 30 countries. I'll probably be done 30 next month. So I kind of knew for a while that I was gonna be like doing more than 30 countries. So I said to myself, should I try to visit every single country in the world? And then I said, no, because I got this idea to travel to as many countries as possible in March. So maybe if I started in January and like, all right, from January 1st, like this is the year I'm gonna visit every single country in the world, then maybe I would have done that. But since I had a late start, then I'm just going to challenge myself to do as many countries in 1 year as I possibly can do. So my new goal right now is 50 countries. If I pass that, then my new goal will be 100 countries. So right now, it's all about how many countries I can get to in 1 year. It's a challenge. It's not really about leisure this year. I'm challenging myself. I think I love challenging myself. I thought it'd be a cool idea for videos. I think it'd be a cool idea for myself. Yeah, I just really like this idea, and I really want to get to as many countries in 1 year as I possibly can. As a challenge, I'm challenging myself. I know everybody wants to know which country, is everything planned out, or am I just, okay, I'll go to this country. No, everything is planned out. I always have a book with me. So this is my book. I got this in Hong Kong, but I always have like a different one. And like all these pages are used up. As you can, that's a map of Barcelona that Mia's mom gave me. But Yeah, I'm a huge planner. All I do is plan. If you see this, like, whoop, don't look at that. That's the countries I'm going to. I'm keeping it a secret for the most part, but not really. But this is the book of travels where I plan where I'm going next. So this year I will be visiting, if everything goes as planned, every single country in Europe, every single country in Asia, every single country in South America, a lot of African countries, but not every single one, a lot of the Middle East, but not every single one, and Oceania. I'm going to Antarctica, I'm going to North Korea, I'm going to Afghanistan, I'm going all over the place, and stay tuned if you want to see. So yes, so this year, if everything, I'm going to just keep traveling until December 31st and see how many countries I can get to in 1 year. I really want to go to 100 countries in 1 year. I know I can do it, so yeah. And my method of how long I spend in each country, because I know a lot of people want to know that as well, is based off of my interest in that country. So for example, these little tiny countries, like right now I'm in Croatia, in 2 days I'll be in Bosnia, then I'm going to Montenegro, then I'm going to Albania, Serbia, Romania, Czech Republic. These, I'm running through them like really fast. Whereas countries that I'm really interested in traveling, I spend like 5 to 7 to 10 days there. So for example, I'll be in Dubai in August. I'm gonna spend like 10 days there. I'm going to Morocco, I'm gonna spend like 10 days there. I'm going to all the countries that I'm really interested in to spend a lot of time. Those are the countries that I've spent a lot of time in. Like Bali, I was in Bali for 1 month because it's just, I love Bali and I was trying to take care of business and stuff like that. But yeah, I base it off of that. So some countries I'm gonna go to for 1 day, literally, just so I can cross the number off, where other countries I'm gonna spend more time. So what will I do next year? So next year, after this journey to as many countries I can get to in 1 year is over, then I will start school back in September of 2019, right? But before September, I'm just gonna be traveling back to all the places I loved. For example, I wanna go back to Rome. I wanna go back to like places that I really loved and just, you know, create more content, spend more time. I won't be trapped. I'm not going to be challenging myself for anything next year, so I'm just going to revisit all the places I loved. I'm going to be working on opening up my cafe. I'm going to be working on my clothing line and stuff like that. So, and then I will return to school in September. So yeah, I'll return to school in September. Okay, next question. Have you ever been in a bad or life-threatening situation while traveling? I think people go through bad situations throughout life. So because I'm traveling, I'm not exempt to that. So yeah, I have been in some bad situations for sure. But that's what makes the journey memorable. That's what makes the journey, you know, like a journey. For sure. I always equate, because I am a huge lover of Lord of the Rings, I always equate like this year to like me traveling to like the journey they had on Lord of the Rings, and like, I don't know, maybe that's not a good, or like the Avatar, I don't freaking know. I'm a nerd, so I do stuff like that. But let me know if you want me to do like a story time on some of the crazy, I've talked about them before, like I've touched on them, but whew, I've been through some crazy situations while traveling. Life-threatening, I don't know, maybe. It depends on how you look at it. Depends on how much of a like worry person you are. It'd be up to you to determine if my life was in danger. But like, I could literally be in a plane and it start crashing, and I'm gonna think that I'm not gonna die. And if I do think I'm gonna die, I'm like, I wouldn't be like, I'm just like a very Like literally, I'm not afraid of anything, you guys. Like, I'm so fearless. People are always telling me, Maryjane, don't do that, because I'm just like a fearless person. There's not a lot of fear inside of me, which is why I live this way. It's who I am. I'm not fearful at all. Like, I could be in some crazy situation and I'm cool. Like, I may be stressed out, but I'm not like thinking I'm gonna die. Like, because I know, excuse me, my father protects me. Do you know who my father is? Jesus, come on, somebody, come on. Will you come to Trinidad and Tobago? Of course I'm coming to Trinidad. You know, YouTubers can see our analytics. So I know where my Instagram followers are. I know where my YouTube subscribers are. And my biggest following is in the US, of course, because I'm an American. So, but my second biggest following is in London. So I have like 30,000 subscribers in London. That's crazy. And then my third is in Trinidad. That's crazy. So I'm definitely gonna do a meet and greet in London. I hate meet and greet because it sounds like I think I'm a celebrity. I'm gonna do a meetup in London, and I'm gonna do a meetup in Trinidad because I have so many subscribers and Instagram followers in Trinidad. So for sure I'm going. It's beautiful there, I've heard, and the food pops, I've heard, so I'm definitely going for sure. Yeah, that'll be later this year though, when I'm on that side of the world. Me, just like most Black people in America, I am very mixed up, because that's the next question. What is my ethnicity? That's probably the most asked question on my YouTube channel, is what's my ethnicity? Am I mixed? Because people are confused about my hair, and people tell me my features apparently look like I'm mixed. But I will say that I am Black, but Black does not tell you the ethnicity. And my ethnicity is mixed up into like, there's so many different things, which is very normal for a Black American. We're very far removed from Africa. Some of us are, some more than others. I have tiny little percentages from all over. So how much did it cost you to travel in total to the places you've been? Girl, I have no idea. I'd have to sit down. Do you know how many places I've been to? And calculate every little, I honestly don't know. A lot. It ain't cheap. It is, and it is not cheap. You know, like, a lot of people ask me, can you give tips on cheap this, or cheap this, or cheap this? Or can you give tips on cheap flights? Can you give tips on cheap this? And my advice is, don't go cheap. Don't buy a cheap flight. Why? Because cheap flights are very cheap. For example, once I accidentally bought a cheap flight. I was not planning on it, but I had my sister book my flight for me, and she picked a cheap one, and I was like, no! It was called like, the website was called like Kiwi Air or something. Don't buy a flight from there. And it was cheap. It was from Japan to Hawaii, I think. And the reason they're so cheap is because they don't include baggage. So I just had a carry-on, a regular size carry-on, and I had my suitcase. You know, I got charged almost $800 in customs. $800. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't buy cheap flights. Please, if you want to travel, I mean, go ahead, do what you want to do. The flight won't include food. You're gonna have to buy it. The plane will be super cheap. Yeah, and ratchet, in my opinion. My advice is save up. So say you have $20, right? And you're hungry. You could choose to spend that whole $20 on something nice, or you could spend the $20 and get just a bunch of little cheap food, right? I think people think the same thing about traveling. Traveling is different. Why don't you wait a little bit so you can get $40, $60, $100, right? Save up so that you have the option to do what you want, and you're not limited when you're traveling, right? So like, instead of trying to find cheap ways to travel, just save up your money so that you can travel with leisure. So examples, say you want to fly somewhere, but you think that the flight is expensive and you want to find a cheap one. Just save up and buy. I'm not saying go nuts, like, you know what I'm saying, like first class, anything like that, but save money so that your experience is better than you just experiencing a cheap situation when you're traveling, because traveling is all about fun anyways. So it's like, why not have the most fun? Save your money up, save your coins, so you can have your best experience possible. For example, in Thailand, yeah, there's super dirt cheap hotels. Like, I'm talking like $6 a night, US dollars. There's super cheap flights to Thailand. There's super cheap food, right? But if you just saved up a little bit more money and you waited, there are beautiful hotels in Thailand. Beautiful, like that literally would be like $1,000 anywhere else for like $100 a night. And tons of activities, private boats, helicopter rides, beautiful restaurants, ridiculously nice like beach bars and everything like this. But a lot of people go to Thailand because they hear it's cheap, and then they can't do anything like that, and they're stuck doing all the cheap stuff. And they're like, well, I came here because I heard it was cheap. And I'm like, why not just save up so you can experience the best of your travels? Like, I can always give people, you know, yeah, these little things will help you save money when you're traveling, but don't try to travel if you're broke. I don't want to say if you're broke, but don't try to travel if you don't have the money to travel. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait till you have the money to travel so you can have the best experience and not the cheap experience. You know what I'm saying? Because it's doable. It's for sure doable. I know people who literally like travel all the time, and they literally just learned how to finesse being a cheap traveler. But it's like, they always have to take the really cheap planes, the really cheap crusty buses, and the really cheap hotels, and the really cheap restaurants, and the really cheap food, and they can't do that much. And where if you just waited a little bit and saved up your money, you could have literally one of the best experiences of your life when traveling to these places. Because I'm not saying a ton of money, I'm just saying wait so you don't have to go straight to the cheap option. Okay, next question is, oh, she asked a bunch of questions. What are your tips for people that want to start a YouTube channel just started? People will sit and procrastinate for a long time, which I also did, because I was like, everybody does YouTube, I'm not gonna grow. I can't see myself getting past like 1,000 subscribers. I don't know why I thought these things. Because I was in China at the time when I was considering starting the YouTube channel. I'm like, there's so many black girls in China doing YouTube. I'm just gonna be another black girl in China doing YouTube. Like, I don't know if, I don't like, you guys know I'm so private. I don't like putting myself out there. But now I'm so glad I started it. Yeah, but my tip is just to start, literally. Get whatever you need to get. The first like year of my YouTube channel, I use my phone as a recording device. So just start it, just get started. Just put yourself out there and just keep it fun. Videos you think are fun to film, film them, you know? Subjects you want to talk about that you think are fun and you're passionate about, do it. You know, don't try to conform, please don't try to conform to the YouTube formula and start doing pranks because you feel like that's the only way to get views, or start doing stuff that's not even up your alley just because you want to be popular. Don't do that. Especially if you want to, I don't know, I think something that people love about my channel is it's quite unique, because there's a lot of, everybody does the same stuff, you know? Makeup tutorials, pranks, couples tag, me and my boyfriend, you know. Keep it unique. Keep it unique. Offer something that is not out there already. And I think that's something really cool and a good idea for YouTube. 7 years from now, where do you see yourself? I will be 29. I see myself owning hotels. I see myself owning restaurants. I see myself having my own business, as far as being a film composer. I want to be a film composer, by the way, guys, musician. I want to write soundtracks for movies. I also want to help direct. So I see myself doing that. I see myself working on, you know, movies and being a huge businesswoman. That's what I see. How do you edit your pictures? I will make a separate video on this because a lot of people ask, but I use Lightroom. A lot of people ask me that. I use Lightroom. Lightroom is the best photo editing app in the world, in my opinion. Yes. How do you keep your body so nice? Oh, thank you. But I would say vegan. Go vegan. Go vegan. Go vegan. Go vegan. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, go vegan, and that's it, because when I tell you I get busy, I eat like there's no tomorrow. People are often quite surprised. People were like watching my mukbang and they're like, you ate so much, and I'm just like, I eat that much every day. I get busy, you know what I'm saying? Go vegan. That's the only thing I can say. And I drink a lot of water, which I think people ask me how I get a flat stomach. I honestly don't know, because I eat like ridiculously. It's like, how's your stomach so flat? And I think it's because I am vegan. And I don't know why, I just picture somebody saying in one of the comments like, your stomach ain't flat. Yes, it is. Boo. Go vegan and drink lots of water. Where's my water? Go vegan. How do you travel full time? So I travel full time I decided I'm putting everything, all my energy, all my time, not all my money, but my money, into my focus into traveling this year, because I decided to. And so I technically don't have a home right now, or a base, so I'm not paying for like any like apartment rent bills or anything like that. So my focus is going on traveling, and I just go from place to place. So right now I'm in Europe, and I am a US citizen. I'm an American, so it's very easy to travel Europe as an American. It's not so easy to travel Asia as an American. Lots of visa applications, lots of limits on how long you can stay in certain places, but it's literally that simple. I've been working on, and my brother's been helping me working on budgeting, because I didn't really do much of it before, but plan out how much you want to spend each month on hotels. Plan out how much you want to spend each month on food. Plan out how much you want to spend on airfare. Plan out exactly where your next move is, you know, as far as country to country. Figure out how expensive that's going to be, and then figure out how much all that is going to cost you, plus necessities, you know, shampoo, all your necessities that month. And just make sure that that number is doable for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not, then save up a little bit more. But it's quite simple. It's not as hard as I think people's idea that people's ideas of things make them harder than they are. It's really not that hard. It's just you gotta do it. You gotta take a big leap. And another thing, it was very, very, very easy for me to live this way. This lifestyle is literally built for me right now, which is why I know I was meant to do this right now in my life, because I have nothing attaching me to not do this. I don't have a boyfriend, never have, but I don't. So I'm not attached to anyone, like, you know, that, oh, I can't do this because I'm attached to this person, you know. I don't have any kids. I'm not married. I'm not in debt. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So like there's nothing attaching me to a certain place. I can go wherever I want and do whatever I want right now. So that makes it that much easier for me to do, you know what I'm saying? And which is why I know I'm supposed to do this right now, and I know I'm meant for this. How do you deal with turbulence? I just deal with it. It doesn't scare me. It's like flying a plane is the most reliable, safe, it's the safest way you can travel. It's the safest. There is a car accident like every couple of seconds. Driving a car or being a passenger in a car is the most dangerous route of travel. People die all the time, every couple of seconds, from car accidents. All the time. Planes crash like once a year, or if that, or twice a year. It's very, 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 very rare that you will get hit by a car. It's not rare that you get hit by a car. It's rare that you will crash and be in a plane crash and die. That is extremely rare. It never ever happens. So yeah, and also I'm not a fearful person, so literally, I said that before, I literally have like zero fears. I'm not afraid of anything, which is really, really weird, because when I was younger, I was like one of those people who were like afraid of everything. So it's really weird that I'm like this, but now in my life, I'm literally not afraid of anything. So if I want to do something, I'm going to figure out how to do it, and then I'm going to do it, whether that is dangerous to some people or not. But I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Like when I was can you guys see this picture? I'll put it up. When I was taking this picture, everybody was like this. Move! You're too close to the edge. Like, I wasn't afraid at all. I'm sitting here chilling, like, this is always happening. And I'll show a clip here of me climbing on top of this rock. And the thing is, the rock was like very slippery, and that waterfall was so powerful. Like, you trying to lift your head up like this to look at it was very, very hard, because the water and the wind and the debris was pushing you literally back away from the waterfall. It was so powerful. And that rock, you can't really tell, it was really high, and everybody was begging me. Like, you can see that guy at the bottom, he was my tour guide. He was like, don't go up there, please, please. And I climbed my way to the top. I wasn't afraid at all. I'm not afraid. Because I wanted to get the best view of the waterfall. I literally have no fears, guys. I am very, very fearless. I will skydive off of the top of a mountain. I will bungee jump off the top of a building. I will jump out of a plane, which I'm going to do very soon. I'm not afraid. So, but I've had some crazy turbulence. Crazy, crazy, crazy turbulence. Like, my flight from Hong Kong to Paris was ridiculous. But I'm not sitting here like, I'm gonna die. Like, you know, like, that's not me. I'm just like, because like, if I'm gonna die in a plane crash, then I believe that's the way I was meant to go, because it's very rare, and hey, we all gotta go sometime, you know what I'm saying? I'm 22. I see a lot of people ask me my age. Where do you shop? Your outfits are so cute. Thank you so much. I shop around the world, you guys. It really kind of sucks too, because a lot of you guys really like my outfits, and you're like, where did you get it? Do you ever experience sickness from eating foods from different cultures? No. I've got quite a sturdy stomach. I do have an itinerary for my travels. I explained that before. Okay, let's see here. I feel like this video is gonna be really long. So cool. I would like to know how or why and what does all these trips change your life? What king of souvenir do you bought in every country? It's always a pleasure to watch. Oh, okay. I would like to know why the trips change, how the trips change my life. My life has changed every day, you guys. Like every day, my life changes. Like I am ridiculously blessed. Every day, I feel like I wake up in some sort of dream. I'm doing what I love. I don't know why, how I got here. I'm just very blessed. And yes, I do take souvenirs. I'll show you. And so, obviously, been to America. I have like 3-4 Thailand patches, Hong Kong, Cambodia. I got this when I was in South Korea, Malaysia, Spain, China. This was from Montserrat Mountain where I saw that Black Mary and Jesus. Singapore, Laos. And what am I going to do with all these patches? I am going to put them on a camo US Army jacket when I'm all done all these countries. And maybe some pants, and then I'm gonna remodel something like that to be in my clothing line. Stay tuned. Okay. And also I get like $1 from each country I've ever been to, and I save it. So this is Hong Kong. This is 10 Hong Kong dollars. This is 2 Singapore dollars. This is Cambodian. 2,000 Cambodian. This is 20,000 Vietnam. This is Cambodian, I think. Oh no, this is ancient Chinese money. My Chinese teacher said, don't throw this away because they don't make these anymore in China, but I got one somehow and she said, don't throw that away. So I kept it. I've got Lao money from Lao. 2,000 Lao. I've got some more Cambodian money. I've got Indonesian. Yeah, so I keep a little bit from each country. I haven't been able to rack up lately though because I'm in Europe and they all use the euro. But I'm in Croatia right now and they have their own currency, so that's nice. So I can add. Oh, and also a bunch of change I never used up. I'm not keeping the change on purpose. It just happens that I'm keeping the change because like it's like pocket change you have left over from each country. So I have tons and tons of pocket change from all over the world. What is this? This is Japanese money. Focus. This old YouTube thing. Okay, she doesn't want to focus. Anyways, yeah, that Hong Kong. This is 2 Hong Kong dollars. Can you see that? Okay, anyways, boom. How do you keep yourself motivated when it comes to working out? I don't work out. Yeah, I don't. I wish I did. But every time I've ever worked out, it's never been like in a gym setting. It's been like me doing it on my own. But I've never really taken it that seriously. I've never had the time. I still don't have the time, to be honest. But I guess where did I get that quote from? There's like a quote and it was like, nobody's ever busy. Everything's about priorities. So I'm a firm believer in that. So I don't think that you can ever be too busy for something in life. It's just about your priorities. You know what I'm saying? Like you can always make time for the things. People always make time for the things that they want to make time for. That's regardless of anything. So I'm not gonna say I'm too busy to work out, but I definitely need to start taking that aspect more seriously because I do want to work out, but I don't. So I don't, to answer your question, I'm not motivated to work out right now, but I'm gonna start. Okay, next question. I feel like this video is gonna be really long, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up with anything else I think people want to know. Will you be returning to the US? Yes, I am gonna be returning to the US January of 2019. Stay tuned. So yeah, I think that is the general idea of everything. Like this video if you guys want me to do some story times on the scary experiences I've had, because I've had a lot of really crazy, insane experiences whilst traveling. I feel like I should put some earrings on, you guys. I look so dressed down, but I am dressed down. I've been traveling all day, so this is just me. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if there's any other videos you want to know, any other questions you want to know, please leave them down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys. And hit the subscribe button. And also, YouTube has this thing where it's not notifying the subscribers if like the person they're subscribed to posts. So now you have to manually click the bell next to the subscribe button if you want to get notified when I upload a video. So that's so crazy to me. I don't understand it. YouTubers were not getting it, but yeah. So if you want to be notified when I upload, hit the bell next to the subscribe button. Yeah, that'd be awesome if you guys could do that, and so you can see my uploads, every one of my uploads, and hit subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video, and love you guys, and peace out. What was that? I have no idea, but